He had to go. I think something happened. We don't know what. Something will come out, I'm sure. Something had to happen because you know what? He went there. He signed a 5-year deal. I'm happy. You don't go and sign a 5-year deal if you don't check out the town. Your wife's not happy. Your kids aren't happy. Hey, there's a nice place to live.
Yeah, but
all of a
it's
sudden,
basically what's going on in the press, and I understand that when you're in the public eye, people feel like they can take pot shots at you.
5-year
no matter
contract.
what.
Something's probably come up. There's a reason for him to ask for this trade. He did sign the 5-year deal.
Sure did.
Yeah, but something's happened. You have to respect his personal decision to ask for a trade.
Look at the torment. I mean, these guys really built a good team. I really felt good about this team, especially with Pronger on the team. And now he goes. It's just like these fans just want to have a solid team. They want to be able to go behind the team. And here he goes now. One of the most important pieces of puzzles in that team is now gone.
They just made the playoffs. They just made the playoffs with him. They will not make the playoffs.
No,
they will not make the playoffs.
We should acknowledge that it is possible to take a player like that, make a huge deal, and also improve your team. I mean, you were part of the Alexi Yashin deal, right?
Yeah, it was. I'm sure it was a risky trade for them at the time too.
And it made the franchise. I mean, yourself and Zdeno Chara. I mean, that was a huge deal that turned out to be a big positive that at the time people wondered about. So let's talk about this guy, Zdeno Chara. He scored, I believe, the richest contract on this wild weekend, $7.5 million a season for 5 years. But he had to get it by going to the Boston Bruins. The Bruins have been an embarrassment for years. At best, are years away. Does it look like he just went for the money?
Yes, he went for the money, and you know what? You know what I love? Because I hate Boston. They are so confused. They're confused. They get rid of Thornton. They bring in Chara. You know what? I remember Sindon. Don't start me on him. I started on him before.
No.
I hope he's not watching.
No, I agree.
I hate him.
You can start on him.
It's bad trade after bad trade. It's a horrible legacy at this point.
No, I agree. I think as far as the money is concerned, you look at a guy who's going from a Stanley Cup contender, and they're a great team, and he's looking good, and he's looking in shape, and you look at where he went, it's just like, that went from one extreme to the next. That was pure 100% money.
It probably has to do with us choosing the fact to go with Red instead of Chara, and I think that when you start your organization with Zdeno Chara, he's going to be a consistent player.
But out of all teams, Jason, out of all teams, you choose Boston?
Hold on.
I just have to say that I don't think he was particularly consistent in the playoffs. I think he was skated circles around. So, unfortunately,
I think he's awesome. I think he's awesome.
I think he's an awesome player,
I want him over McCabe, even though I'm a big Toronto boy. I want Chara. I want Chara bad.
Jason, as far as choosing, as far as solidifying your team,
one at a time.
As far as solidifying your team, as far as Redden is concerned, that I understand. But out of all teams, Zdeno Chara chooses Boston.
Well, that's
like what
motivated?
It cannot be anything else except.
Maybe when he was growing up,
he went for the money.
He's got 47. I guess he's got 47 million reasons to want to go to Boston.
Well, you see Jovanovski goes to Phoenix, hardly a team on the cusp of maybe winning a Stanley Cup. You see Jay McKee go to a team that's not that great. There's guys who will go for the money. You can't blame them.
I have no problem with Jovanovski. You know what? Probably talked to Gretzky. Gretzky said, we're rebuilding. We want to help rebuild around you. We got some good young guys in Phoenix.
That's what they said to him in Boston. That's what they said to Chara. Why is
they're
Phoenix
liars.
different?
They're liars in Boston. They're
liars.
liars.
Well, the
Phoenix, Gretzky is not lying.
It is complicated, and it is wild to think that the general manager of Boston in 2 weeks is actually the assistant general manager in Ottawa still, sitting side by side with John Muckler the day that Chara signs in Boston. How crazy is that?
I think one thing that's confusing is not necessarily the fact that he went for the money. It's business. Hockey is business, and everybody knows that. And if that's the case, well, he made the right business choice for himself. But to go to Boston is just something that just struck me really.
Well, it could be a family. Maybe he likes the town. You know, I guess it's a city.
Like the town. What is there to do in Boston?
He went for the big bucks.
He went for the money.
No doubt about it.
So what do we all think collectively? I know you are a huge fan of Dominic Hasek. What do we all think collectively of the idea that Hasek is not going to return to the Ottawa Senators?
Thank God.
Thank God. Finish that.
Thank God. This guy is so overrated. He's finished.
Best goalie.
Overrated.
Hold on a second. Everybody knows that with Hasek, which I said this before on the show, the guy gets a groin injury, you are finished. That's exactly what happened to your team, Jason. You know that. You know that the second why you guys were in a precarious situation is because of your goaltending situation, and you had to rely on
I think it's unfortunate that everybody said that at the start of the year, and it actually came true, because I do not think Dom's that type of person. And I think that it did happen, and everyone's always going to look at it that way, and it's unfortunate. But when Dom's playing, Dom is the best, and it's unfortunate.
But
last year,
inconsistent at this point.
No, but last year he was great. You know what? He'll play again. Some people think he'll play.
Do you think so?
He will play again. You know what? Someone will give him a contract. Not a big contract. Someone will give him a contract. He'll come back. He'll come back.
Hold on.
You mark my words.
Hey. I'm steering the ship, you know. I'm not Dave DeMauro. You can't push me around. So let me ask you. You said you don't think he'll play anymore?
No, I think I'd be very surprised if Dom played. I think he wanted to come back to Ottawa, and I don't think he's willing to go anywhere else.
Adam, what's going on with you?
Acting career's taken off. I'm very pleased, being offered all kinds of things, so very pleased about that. And MeetMeMontreal.com is being launched in August, so we're inviting everybody to come out. Maybe you can attend the launch with us and have a good time. So party in Montreal. So
I'm interested. Hitting on Jason Spencer.
I'm not hitting on him. I'm just inviting him to my party. I'm not hitting on Jason
Spencer. Today's show.
Would you like to come to my
And don't forget, OTR is a podcast hit as well. Every day, thousands say Half-hour OTR, just not enough. Go to tsn.ca and download A Little Up Front with this guy, Jason Spezza. More in a moment. It's still to come on Next Question with Jason. We find out, did he apologize to Jose Theodore for this amazing move?